Well, there's been a question or two about how to create or use a new financial tool. This is probably more important for people who had started an AgPlan last semester when the financial tool that we're going to be using this semester didn't exist. So I just wanted to show you real quick how to go about doing that. All you have to do is make a copy of your existing plan. And to do that, you click on this Tools and Settings button. And when that comes up, you recreate the name. If you want it to just be the same name, you can do it there. You want to copy the plan, you want to create a copy, and then create the new name. And then for those who were in the class last semester, you may want to bring the comments along if there were some for you. So I click on Bring the Comments along and then create a new copy. And then that pops up in my plan section. And then if you open that, and your plan information should still all be in there what you worked on before, and then you will have in that the new Ag Financial spreadsheet along with the videos that go along with that. And that is the tool we're going to be using in developing our farm analysis. And so you can just click on that tab and save it wherever you would save it. Save on the desktop, and there it'll be. I'm not going to go over these today, but I would definitely suggest watching these videos that go along with how to use each part of it. We're developed by the Center for Farm Financial Management. There's one for each section. You can also find them. So this talks a little bit about the financial spreadsheet and the financial plan tab. When you look at financial position, that's talking about building your balance sheet, which we're going to do a little bit here today. Historical performance, that'll show you how to enter your historical information, and also start talking about this financial dashboard, which we'll be using throughout the semester to run analysis on the data for your farm. Each one of the sections has a specific building of projections. If you remember, for those that were in the class last semester, we talked about developing a 12-month cash flow projection, and this tool has the ability to do that. We'll be working on doing that for a yearly cash flow budgeting when we get into that in a little bit. Again, it talks again about the dashboard, which gets into some other issues. Asset management gets beyond that. We'll talk a bit about benchmarks and FinBin, which is a good one out of the University of Minnesota. For those of you that are dairy farmers, the University of Wisconsin has AgPlan, it's called, and we'll show you that when we get into using benchmark data to help evaluate where you're at. FinBin has a number of Wisconsin farms. There's some of my colleagues from around the state and some other people who have been entering farms into this database for the last several years. So there's Wisconsin farms that are in there. And what the benchmarking tool does is it lets you compare your financial data to similar farms of your type and size wherever. So if there's enough in Wisconsin, if you're a small scale sheep farmer, well, there might not be a lot in Wisconsin, but in the whole FinBin that collects data from around the Midwest, there might be. And then you can kind of just look, what is it? What is the top 10% in the financial, well-doing financial? What do their financials look like? Where are they strong? And you can compare yourself to those. And we'll get into that a bit later. The capital request, of course, is when you're borrowing money. That'll be up to you. I'm not going to go into that so much, but that'll be up to you to decide when it's time to do that. You can use that part of the tool. Again, why I use why we use this AgPlan tool is, one, it's free. I love free. Two, it's a pretty powerful tool, especially now with this financial tool that we're going to be looking at here. It really gives you some ability to develop your financial data that you need and do some real analysis on where you're at, as well as other tools for your yearly cash flow projections. And then we can link in some of the other things we'll talk about, doing enterprise budgets and looking at what is the actual cost of production on a unit basis for a little bit later in the course too. So you can bring those in by attaching them using the attachment. We'll look at some templates that are out there. I think that's about all for now on this one. We will be back with the next video soon.